This is The Big Story presented by herbchambers.com.
I'm Michael Warshaw, Assistant Business Editor at The Globe. Today, Google Inc. announced its biggest deal ever, $12.5 billion to buy Motorola Mobility, which is a maker of cell phones. Google, of course, is the maker of the Android operating system, one of the most popular for cell phones. But now it's apparently going into the business of making cell phones itself. And that may not even be the biggest reason why it wanted Motorola. It seems to have wanted it for a portfolio of patents, which are like gold in that business right now. The smart thing about this for Google is that it addresses its biggest weakness in comparison to the iPhone. The iPhone is app central. The iPhone has so many apps, and that is what brings people to it. The ability to bring in these customized little programs, games, travel programs, location services of all different colors and stripes. Now, Android has a lot of apps. What happens is, by buying Motorola Mobility, Google is able to control not only the software app world, but also the hardware world, and they can build the hardware to make it much more friendly to app developers who will build more of these programs for Android users. Because Apple had both hardware and software and the iTunes network, and it had the way to distribute these apps, and it had open platforms so that developers could build these apps, Apple was very smart, and it really built that base, that hardware and software base for the iPhone. This is Google with this huge deal actually bringing in the hardware component so it can turn to developers and say, look, you know, we have made our phones, whenever they come out with Google branded phones or Motorola phones, we have made our phones so that they're very friendly, and we're going to work with you, and you can do these apps, and we're going to keep Android an open platform so that you can do your development. It's actually very smart.